There is a mass exodus in higher education. Everybody is leaving the industry. You see this in the media, and everybody's contributing to this narrative. Even I contributed because I left and then I made a video about my transition. But there's a lot of people who still want to go into higher education. So I want to focus on you. This video series will provide you with some practical information along with some practical steps you can take to begin your career in higher education. I'll be dropping new videos each week on this topic, so stay tuned. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. So today's focus is about the career benefits of working in higher education. There's a lot of good about this industry. And the number one benefit is that if you love people, this is the perfect industry for you. Your work surrounds helping people, students, whether they're first year freshmen or they're returning adults. You're helping them maximize their academic career. Everybody contributes to student success. And that's something that energizes you. You will love this industry if empathy is your greatest strength. You can put yourself in other people's shoes and begin to understand where they're coming from. And you're going to have to do that a lot because everybody has a different starting point. Therefore, they have different needs, and you're looking to meet those needs. And this is something that you do all day, every day, regardless of what capacity you're working in. Your ultimate goal is to help other people. Higher education is the perfect place for you if you're looking to do that. But beyond the people you help, it's about the people you're working with and the industry you're working in. Practitioners, professors, administrators, they're constantly doing research on how to improve the industry and their practice. So if you love learning, higher education is perfect for you. You're going to hear the term lifelong learner a lot in this industry, and it's very true. With each student interaction, you learn something new. With each colleague interaction, you learn something new. You're constantly increasing your repertoire. And this is good because as the student and the conditions in our world evolve, you evolve with it as well. So the benefit is that if you love learning and you love doing research, you're encouraged to do that in this field. As a matter of fact, I would say it's necessary for you to do that in this field. You're learning something every single day in some way, shape, or form. So if you love people and you love learning with people and about people and how to help people, you're in the right place so far. And this is a career that you can really settle in. What do I mean by that? Typically, if you're doing a great job as a practitioner or a professor, you can have a very long career in higher education. Now, typically in corporate or other industries, you're not going to be at the same place for a very long time. Nowadays, that's really not the case. But in higher education, you can really settle at your home institution if you want to. But also, if you're a great practitioner and you plan to move, other institutions are close by of different types, sizes, and student populations. So if you meet student needs, you meet the criteria to serve at other institutions. So if you love people and love learning, you're going to evolve. And this is a career that you can be sure that you can settle in and be settled in. Now, depending on the areas that you work in and your career trajectory, your growth opportunities will vary. But if you want to be in a career that you are sure of and it's very predictable, higher education is the right place for you. So you should really consider the conditions that you want to work in, right? Do you want a more static sort of schedule? Do you like to work in a very dynamic environment? And in terms of higher education, is that a career field that works best for your working style? And now we're going to get to it. You've probably been looking for this, but what's the pay like? What are the benefits like? So in terms of the pay, if you work at a public institution, you could quite literally look up everybody's salary at that institution. It's public information. So one thing you should really consider is your standard and cost of living. And on top of that, depending on the career path that you choose, are you willing to play the long game to earn more money over time? Because higher education, it's a marathon and it's not a sprint. So you really need to assess for yourself what type of pay you're looking for and what's the timeline on that pay. But in terms of the benefits, excellent. I worked at a 4-year public institution, and let me tell you, the benefits package is excellent. The health insurance, the employer match, it's quite literally the highest employer match that I heard of or even seen. And of course, this varies depending on your institutional type and how your institution is funded, but typically the benefits really outweigh the salary. So for a lot of people, that's really what they need because maybe they have a partner who they're living with who has a very high salary. So they're taking care of a lot of the finances, but the benefits package is really coming into play on your end. So again, do your due diligence, look up the salaries, see if it's consummate to your standard and cost of living, but also take into account the benefits, and they're excellent. And now this video was extremely general. There are clearly many more benefits of working in higher education, and it'll be different for everybody. For me, ultimately, it was the students. The students were the best part about my job. Like, if you're one of my former students and you're watching this video, I miss y'all so much. Y'all made my days so amazing. And honestly, I hope all of you are successful and doing well. And yeah, that was the hardest part about leaving higher education, was the students. So if you're considering going into higher education, take into account the things that I spoke about, but also make your own list. And if you agree with my list or you don't, because you made your own and you have other things that you considered, let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation about this. The next video in this series is going to discuss what you should consider during undergraduate before you step into a career in higher education, and some of the things that you should do during your undergraduate experience that'll set you up well for a career in higher education. If this was helpful in any way, shape, or form, please like this video, because that increases the engagement and other people get to get help from me. Like I said before, comment if you make your own list or if you disagree with mine. And if you're looking forward to more videos in this series, subscribe, because I have so much more information to offer and we're not stopping just here. So stay tuned, work hard, and I'll see you soon.